Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. We strongly advise all those new beginners to stay on a sim as long as needed before they start using a real money. All our videos are for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. Before we start looking at the other signal system, we just looking at we just released to all the traders yesterday our new scalper. It is a friendly use, does not require a lot of knowledge. You just, if you want to, you just put the stop loss, as an example, 10-15 ticks, and you turn it on and off. Or if you want to, you can optimize it if you want it to see the time frame, but there is nothing to optimize in it anyway. And it is a very consistent auto trade, and if the guy don't wanted to bother with the trailing stop and stop loss, he can put it on 000, turn on, turn off basis. And this one here, yesterday we have covered on our private webinars, members only, and it is a very impressive auto trade, and it works very charm. And then the whole idea on this is to three option actually. It is built for a guy can start 10 o'clock, or he can start 8 o'clock and hit his target before 12 o'clock. And yesterday, when we were optimizing the system and everything, we find out, as an example, on the ES, there is a good potential from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. It is superb if somebody want to go for one more round. And from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, trading. And then it's okay. What you see it is here, we are watching the performance on it, and what we are doing, we are putting 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes on CL, ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, and Russell. And then this way we pinpoint what is the best time frame. You don't need to optimize, you don't need to sit down on, and of course the traders got the proper time frame for the ES. The traders got the proper time frame for the NASDAQ and the YM. Also, it is very consistent overnight for the traders. They are overseas, like Australia or New Zealand, Asian country. It is very consistent for overnight. And then it is very consistent as well for the European market as well, and especially in the European market, as an example, if somebody have some beef, have today on the European market, mainly the DAX, it is already hit the target on the DAX, and for some people don't spend a lot of hours behind the screen. Actually, you will find the good trades on the gold before the markets open, and for the ones are struggling with the CS during the market, you will find the CL and the NASDAQ on the European market. They go very smooth. So it's not true for a guy in Europe, in England, or in Germany, or in Switzerland, or in Luxembourg that he only has to commit to the U.S. market. No, that's not true, because for a guy have a little knowledge, he knows that the Nasdaq and the CL doing the European hours, because what we do, we keep our eye when we are trading the DAX, we keep our eye on the ES, and a lot of times you find the CL on the European hours works 10 times better than when the market US working. Actually, I give up on the CL doing the trading hours in the US, and I keep looking at the CL gold, especially the gold before the markets open, and the Nasdaq. They are extremely good. So this is where on the scalper it is a very elastic auto trade, where it can be traded with a consistency. We will not say to you that tomorrow is going to make $100. I don't know how the market is going to look like tomorrow, but what I can say, it is consistency. In the trading, there is nothing called what you see on those advertisement that a guy making 100,000 a month, and he don't count his losing trades. There is nothing in the trade just winning. There is losing and winning, and it all depends on the market. As an example, if we take the Nasdaq on the 1 minute, already hit the target immediately, 710. The 2 minutes hit it. It's the same auto trade, the same template, but the condition of the market has not been able to close the daily target now, which is too early now. It's only 10 o'clock. It's not, it's not a brilliant time right now. It is only 10 o'clock. And as we see on the Nasdaq, the 4 minutes took one small trade. You can see it. And the 5 minutes did not even bother with one trade yet. And I noticed this morning when we were on the DAX this morning, half of the trades on the scalper, it was no trade. So that indicate it was a little slow movement in the market, and which of course we will show you some other system. You don't need to be a brilliant trader. You don't need to be an experienced trader. If you know how to look around the corners to see how this market is moving, which we will explain to you today, how to see if this market is in sequence or is not. And this is one of the indication we see from the market analyzer. On the left upper corner, you can see this is the automated signal. This is a total different automated trade than the scalper you have seen. Has nothing to do with that auto trade. We have a huge package of auto trade from institutional auto trade, next generation auto trade. The next generation auto trade, we've been having it for 13 years, is one of the most advanced auto trade. We cannot show everything in here. We have the scalper. We have another scalper on the signal. We have the reversal automated trade. Your package is big. Your package is big for the guy is really serious about changing. About taking serious with his trade. Yeah, there is enough in your package. It's not just one lousy ATR for sale. It is the more you are advanced trader, the more you find out we have. Or if you not an advanced trader, you can stick around with the scalper and the TI7, and then later on during the time you can upgrade yourself with the rest of the system you have on your computer. We're not asking you to do all of it in one time. So there is something for the trader. An amateur trader has no clue what's going on. Put him on the scalper to start with. The one is medium, he can go on the TI7, and the one is experienced. He have in his package enough tools and set the rules on the auto trade. Like the TI7, on the TI7 you can set your own rules, how you want it to trade. This is based on one contract. This is a TI7. It's a total different automated trade. And you can, this one here is based on 4 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever you want it. And we stick around on the 2 minutes only, on the minutes. And the reason is on the minutes because we don't need to hide behind a Renko bar. You don't see a profitable trader on a Renko bar. I don't care what he claims. He will never be, because a Renko bar does not show the real trend in the market. It's a very simple. If we look at NinjaTrader chart, it is in minutes. It's not in Renko bar. It's not in ticks. It's not in chart. When the Renko bar is used, it is used for reversal. Yes. Before the Renko came out, we used to use the range for a reversal. But right now, sadly, they use the Renko bar to cover up a lousy auto trade or a lousy indicator cannot perform. Because we have a Renko bar. But when you are trying, and this is a really sad part for an amateur trader, when you're trying to auto trade on a Renko bar, you're not realistic. Because first of all, Renko bar, try to auto trade on a Renko bar on the chart all night, take a picture of it all day, and then try to take a right click and try to reload the Renko bar chart. You can see all your previous trade moved because it's not realistic. Now watch this. If you do this on the minute, now this one hit the target. We wanted to, it's too early, it's 10:13. And here's an ES1 trade, it was done. This is a TI7, has nothing to do. This is a total different auto trade from the scalper and the scalper signal and the signal automated trade. This is a total different strategy. And if we right click on the chart itself and on the minute, you will find when it reload is the same trades. Try to take a picture of your auto trade based on a Renko bar. Don't reload the chart. Leave it till the end of the day. Right click and reload. You can see all your previous trades are different. Why? Because it's fake. Renko bar is fake. Renko bar, it is to cover up a lousy auto trade or a lousy indicator cannot perform on the minutes, so they refuge to the Renko bar to cover up a big disaster. So that's why we are insisting on using the Renko bar, the minutes for many reasons, and we will be covering today how to look at the market, and when you see a problem in the market, we are aware of it. So now we're gonna reactivate the auto trade again. It is already reactivated. One of the things is before you start auto trading in the morning, it is a very simple things. I mean, this one here took one trade already 550. We're gonna go ahead and look when you are using a minute. We're gonna let it go for one more round, because here, after we hit that trade, target hit, did not take any more trades. And we had one losing trade after we hit the target, and then one winning trade. So now it is rearmed again, take millisecond, and then you are ready to go on that. One of the things you can see, if this market in sequence or not, it's a very simple. If we look at the market analyzer, this is a total different automated trade than the TI7 and the scalper. As we see here on the left upper corner, this is the market analyzer. It can be automated as well. There is 4 different automated trades on it. And we can see the buy signal on the ES, YM buy, but the NASDAQ is not in sequence with the ES and the YM. And then what you need to do, keep your eye on the 30-year Treasury bond to be the opposite of the ES. Sometimes you see the ES is going in the same direction as the 30-year Treasury bond. When you see that, that means you got to be careful if you're not trained enough. One of them is wrong. You cannot have the 30-year Treasury bond going in the same direction as the ES. Should be the opposite direction. And when we see there is between those 3 here, the ES, YM, and NASDAQ, if they are not all of them into the buy direction and the 30-year Treasury bond into the sell direction, this means the market is not in sequence, and then you need to hold on your auto trade until the market synchronize with each other. This is one of the simplest way for the guy is not trained enough to do that. Another things also, there is an early indication from the scalper, the signal scalper, not the scalper you have seen on the other one. The scalper signal is coming from, there is a new signal on the scalper indicating the direction has changed on the scalper with the Russell. Also, there is something also nice as we see on the scalper. What it will really require is one catch in one direction. Here's your gold we were talking about. All what it takes, gentlemen, from 935, 945, wait till this market come down. All what it require, catch one signal, and you're done for today. For the guys that want to trade 24/7, I have nothing for you. Go away. There is nothing called trading 24/7. I don't have any 24/7. What I have is try to achieve your target. And I'm sorry, there is something here about it. When somebody talk to me, this is the only thing can go under my skin. A guy, want to divorce his wife, he wants an auto trade. Another guy, he have a retarded son, he wants to secure the rest of his life, he wants an auto trade. All those people can give me nightmare. Another guy, his girlfriend kicked him out, and now he want to punch her back, and he lives in a trailer, and now he gonna buy an auto trade so he can get her back. All those sad story can really go under my skin, because trading is not about getting auto trade and get rich. Trading is about surviving from day to day without going to the red. As long as you're not in the red, you are okay. Today you make $100. Tomorrow you might make $200. The day after you might lose $100. But consistency, protecting your profit, in the last 13 years in the public, I have never seen any guy can trade 24/7 and just packing money like a buffet table, picking up dollars and not losing his pants. I have seen in the last 13 years a lot of traders, very aggressive traders, they make 40,000 in 1 month, lose another 40,000 a month after. Then they are up 45,000, then they're down 50,000. Those you need to fasten your seatbelt to be with those people. And this is not the proper way. This is not a gambling place. This is a place you have to first recognize your size, who you are. It's not the size how big you are. It's not a size how many pounds you weigh or how many kilos you weigh. The size of your account. This is here where the money talk. And this is where your size is your knowledge and your dollar. It's not how big you are or how tough or how smart you are. It's how well you are educated and how well you have knowledge in the market. And if you are on a $2,000 account, that means you are a guy with thin air on $2,000 account. Where another guy have $250,000 account, he is a bigger guy than you are. Maybe you are smarter, but the guy got the money. And that is the end of the. So there is the most important in the auto trading industry, which a lot of people have this question. Do auto trade works? Yes, they do with knowledge. Auto trades by themselves does not work. Test and drive auto trade, asking for a free trial, does not work. Because you now almost 29 years in the trading, you give me any type of an auto trade, even when we developed this new scalper, before I released it to our clients, I had to sit with it for 1 month to learn the scalper, how it handled the trades when the market is under stress, not when it's just making money. It is how the auto trade handle itself under stress. That takes time. I don't care how much you know about market. I don't care how much knowledge you know. You have to understand those tools you are using, how this market or how those tools handling themselves under stress. Some of you knows I was an aircraft engineer. I was working in Dallas. I was working in Houston. I worked for the British Air Force in Europe. I worked with Luxembourg Air in Luxembourg, and we put the airplane under stress a lot before we let any passengers go into it. And from the military aircrafts to the civilian aircraft, all of them, they go under stress before you ride in them. So it's not how to turn on the autopilot. Anyone can know how to turn on the autopilot. Is how to manage to fly with an autopilot. So do auto trade works? And which you hear a lot of a question about do auto trade. Some people say they work, some people say they do not work. By turning the auto trader blindly and without management, you should not be auto trading. You should close your account and leave this business alone and leave us alone with it, because I don't have toleration for those people. In order for you to auto trade, and this is a message for those guys, they keep sending us, can I test drive? Can I do this? I will not send a file to anyone. We've had a bad experience with that. We had 900 attacks on our servers. We had people trying to crack our. We don't want that. Any auto trade you want to use, you have to understand how it handles under stress. And it does not matter if there is today on the ES $400. Could be tomorrow banana, there is nothing. But how this auto trade handle under stress, and the most important by the trader, whether you have an auto trade here or somewhere else, you cannot sit on a blackjack table all day long and just whacking money day and night because you have a couple $1,000 on your account, and now you have an ATR auto trade or a MACD auto trade, and now you're gonna bang on the market day and night and make money. you know, and that is not going to happen. You know, you have to understand that when you are trying to auto trade, first we need to see this market in sequence. As we look right now at this market, the Nasdaq is in sequence buy. So the difference between when the market is in sequence or not is a matter of minutes before you start your auto trade. So when the ES, YM, and Nasdaq, they are not in sequence, go get yourself a cup of coffee, do something for 5-10 minutes until they get in sequence, and now you can start auto trading. You can turn on your auto trade, and if we take an example, TI7, this is a total different auto trade, has nothing to do with the signal. This is a total different auto trade. This is the first trade for that auto trade. Now I can look at the market analyzer. I know I am on the right direction. It does not need a genius trader or put a trader in a room collecting money from him every month to tell him the market in sequence or you are on the right direction. All what it takes from the trader to look at the market analyzer, and he knows that auto trade going in the right direction. Now the details. This is the blue chart. I'm auto trading 625 on that trade. And the auto trade already set the target, everything. Remember, you have a button on the top here says a close position. I can close anytime I want to. I can move the trailing stop anywhere I want to. I can do whatever I want to do. Now I'm gonna examine this chart. On this chart here, it measures the buyers over the sellers with the 6 different time frame. 6. I am constantly looking at those here. I can see the buyers over the seller. This is on the next generation auto trade, which it is very advanced auto trade, and probably I will show you how advanced auto trade. I will try to load the chart for you and show you the entries on that next generation auto trade. But we don't have space to do that. Now, okay, the trade is closed. The trade is closed. But if the trade was not closed, I can spot where is those trades going to, and I can maximize my profit if I wanted to interfere with that auto trade. And of course, we will show you that it does not require, when you are auto trading, a lot of knowledge to understand how or when to close position. It's very, and maximize your profit. It will be very healthy to do that. Let me move from the swing trading to the scalping. Okay, for the guy is a scalping, we are using the 15 seconds. For the guy is a scalping, and the trailing stops. The trailing stops is based on fib line. It's not based on a dummy trailing stop like the TI7. The TI7, it is based on a dummy trailing stop, which you set your trailing stop to be 10 ticks, 5 ticks, whatever it is, and 20 ticks, and then you have a trailing stop or a break even. What we have done on the scalper, if this market really start trending, the target expand itself. We are the only ones. We have an auto trade. It measured the trend, And if the market really trending, as you see right now, take it, it trades is exactly like the human is trading. What it does, if the market is trending and the auto trade can see it, it's gonna take your, if you notice on your target goes automatically by itself up. It's trying to grab more money for you. If the market is not trending, the target stays where it is. And all this calculation coming beneath that auto trade, where a trader should not use, because in 2021 you cannot no longer can eyeball the market and make money. Honestly, is in 2021 you have to have the math behind the trading, the auto trade behind the trading, doing the calculation, and you are the one is managing the trades. So in 2021 you no longer can just eyeball the market and make money. You have to use automated system with knowledge, and what you do, you manage the auto trade, and it has never been as easy as now because of the technology. So right now, as I wanted to point it at you, if this market is trending, you will see the market is. For the guys that want to talk to me, please you wait till we are done with the live YouTube, and I'll be glad to talk to you. But please, some of you keep sending me messages and distracting me, and I cannot handle too many messages in the same time. So I really appreciate it for stop distracting me. Thank you. So right now we have the gold, and we can have the auto trade run, and we can manage the trades. Even on the scalper, I will be. If we look at the gold came into the resistance level at 1846 and has been confirmed it's not going to go above the 1846 anymore. On those cases here, you don't need to be an expert trader, but the trailing stop and the stop loss, those are fib. And if you wanted to, the secret here when you are scalping the signal, $200 on one chart, another $200, another $20 on the chart, you will survive from 9 to 11. From 9:30 to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you will be done. So all what it takes, catching little signals here and there, and you are done for today. So right now we have confirmed the 1846. There is a resistance line here. It's right in line. Your trailing stop one, it is a minor fib line, and the second one is a major fib line. So, and this is the same thing, if you notice, happening on the Russell. We took one of the trades out by itself, but if you notice how the market came into that level, so I'm going to drag it to the minor so you will not lose too much money on it. And you put the trailing stop right above the resistance, and look how the market turn around from the exact resistance line. And this is where is your bread, folks. This is where is your bread, to understand your limitation in this market for today, whether you are auto trading or manual trading. So now if we look at the gold is trying to climb to break the 1846, which we are aware of the danger of that number here. So we have the trailing stop. On trailing stop one, the auto trade, and already took one out with a profit. And now we can see this market is not going anywhere, it's sinking, and we cashed in on one trade, and we still have one trade, and I don't want to trade after that. What we do, we can take the trailing stop to the minor support area, and secure a couple $100 out of that trade. Suck the $200 out of that trade, better than nothing. If this market if the buyers came in able to break this 1846, I'm going to turn that trade from $500 to $1,000 trade. One of the biggest mistakes traders does is securing or using the trailing stop very tight on their auto trade, that by the minute they make $100, they are out of the trade. And this is the biggest mistake you do when you are auto trading. You will never close a trade is going to your direction at any price. You never do that. If I wanted to close that trade on the $300 of profit, you can see how where's the market is 1845.7. If I want to close the trade, market order, I want to make sure that I'm not going back to that instrument to trade anymore. So when you see $300, $400, $500, you're happy with, override the auto trade and close it. But don't go back after 5 minutes. Now, if we are measuring here, we have two options. Either walk away on that trade with a couple $100 on one contract, and we already cashed in on the first one, or we're going to walk away with $1,000. Two options. But I will not use a dummy trailing stop, because where it is right now, my stop loss is right at the fib line, minor fib line. I moved it from the major to the... This is the hidden part. This is the hidden part. Where is your bread when you are combining auto trade with knowledge? Now, on that type of an auto trade, the TI7, you can look also, or you can add your fib zone on it. And you can see where is your limitation on that CL. In order for me to see the limitation on the CL, it takes me 1 second to understand what's going on the CL and see what's going on the CL signal. There we go. We have it very nice and clear, and it's telling me exactly what's going on the CL. Look at this picture. The market is very clear. The market tells you what's going on. There is nothing surprising about the market. The market tells you, I have a headache. You don't give a stomach pill. If we look at the CL, it's a very loud and clear projection at 52.98, once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. The CL telling you, wake up. I cannot cross the 52.98. Hello there. Anybody home? I cannot cross the 52.98. What you want to do? Take your money off the table or risk? Simple. This is your call. It's not the auto trade call. You want to cash in your money, or you want to stay on the table playing a blackjack? This is what the difference between one auto trader to another auto trader. And as you know, so now I understand where is the problem. I will do this. I will break even plus couple ticks. Why I'm doing this? Because there is a support area here. most likely that CL is not going to come into the entry price anymore. Most likely it's not. On that trade, if we break the 52.98, it will be $1,000 trade. That's what I'm fishing for. I'm not fishing for $100, and then after 2 minutes, I'm going to jump again on the CL. This is a disaster trading. Some folks use that. Or add contract. You don't add contract on a winning trade. I don't know who's this brilliant guy came out with this idea. You have $160 and then on one or a contract, and then you're gonna add on it when the market is going, because then your average is gonna go higher. You don't add contract on a winning trade. You know, I've seen some people doing it, and it does not make any sense to me. So I know this is the support area at 52.88, and I know the resistance area at 52.98. I'm not going to go ahead and exit on $140, and I'm not going to get out of my bed for $140. Either this one here, the system estimated the target, now it is 53.10. If this market go up to 53.10, this is $1,000 trade. And that's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for a big fish. I'm not aiming for $100. If this market did go against me, I prefer to walk away with a couple $100 or couple ticks just to cover the commission. And then I will go for second round. I want to catch the trend. I don't want it to trade. I want to catch the trend from the beginning, and I want to stay with that trend till the end. So now I have a knowledge when I'm normal auto trading. I have on that trade here $840. I have on the signal $220. I'm willing to walk away with 2 ticks profit or $1,000 trade. When you start thinking this way, by 11, 12 o'clock, when you start training yourself on this, a little bit from each chart, the minute we catch a trend, if we see it, it is valid. We don't touch this one here. If we see it not valid and the market is not in sequence, we minimize our stop loss, because our aim is not to trade. Our aim is to catch a trend. Our aim is, like this one here, we lose $40, $50 on 2 contracts, let it be. Get rid of it, throw it in the garbage. Because when I want to take the trade, I want to see it going up. If it don't, I want to get rid of it. And I will catch the next trend. So let's stay on the CL to see there is nothing in the market moving. So we're going to stay watching whether it's in ES, CL, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, is all the same. You have to understand, I'm not going to be stopped out in here. There is a heavy support area. The market is squeezed between 52.92 and 52.98 and has to exit somewhere. I don't know where it's going to exit. I can find out. But for this normal guy, he don't know. That's fine. So either we'll walk away with nothing and then we catch a trend, or we're going to nail $1,000 on that trade. Simple as that. No feeling, no excitement. Either make it all the way or break it all the way. This is the way in the future trading. You cannot just sell cheap a $100 trade on the future market, and the market is going to your direction. You need to get paid for it. When the market goes against you, get rid of it. Immediately, get rid of it. Lose $40, $50 on that trade. Catch the next trend, and then make it 1,000. So now we're going to watch the CL for a little bit. There is nothing else going on. There is just a small trade on the NASDAQ, which I don't think so is going to do any good. There is one small trade on the NASDAQ, and there is not much going on the NASDAQ. So I'm taking this one here. Now my risk on that trade is $5. I can live with it. Because I know if we look, the market is extremely sloppy today. And there is no direction. So I'm going to wait till the next signal. On the 15 seconds, you're going to keep getting the new signals every few minutes. And I will catch another trade. If I break even on $5 today on this one, fine. I will catch the next signal. The thing is, keep your losses very small. And when you start riding a trend, you stay on it. You stay on that trend. And you give room for the trade to go back and forth. And try to set your daily target, or where is your trade. So now let's look at the CL. There is a lot of CL traders. The CL is trying so hard to exit the 52.98, which we are aware of it. We are aware of it from 10.23 and now it's 10.47. It is the same problem. And now, if we are able to break it, that means it's a $1,000 trade. The $1,000 trade, there is some amateur traders cannot even do it in 1 month because they are disaster traders. And managing, understand the prediction of the market, because you are trading the future. You're not trading in the past tense. Understand where is the problem and where most likely this trade is going to take you to, because you are a future trader, not a past trader based on MACDs and ATR. If the market goes up, they tell you the market is up. And there we go. Finally, we broke the 52.98. Now we are at 10:48. Always you gotta keep your eye on the clock. The closer you get to 12 o'clock, the more problem you're gonna have. So right now we broke the 52.98. We have confirmed that line is a support area. We have confirmed. If we look, the CL came into this mid-band and a support area back and forth. Now we need to confirm this one here, the resistance becomes support. Again, now we need confirmation that the resistance becomes a support. And then what we do, if we are getting closer to the 12 o'clock, we can raise, secure some of the profit, and now there we go. Now the market start going to your favor, and two options we can do in those positions. Now it's 10:49. I can take one below, close it, secure profit. Now I took one, secure some of the profit. And now I'll leave the second one below the projection. So I'm taking a little bit of the table, because if this market go below this number, it's finished. If this market goes up, I'm still on that trade. I'm still want to aim this $1,000 trade. On those here, on the scalper, if you are a relaxed person, not a negative person, if you are a relaxed person, which it takes a lot sometimes to be a little bit more disciplined, not to be all over the places. all what it takes, gentlemen, catch one signal. I mean, let's look at the market analyzer today on the scalper. As you see, it's like a Christmas tree. Is in red. You have to see the red and the green. I cannot hide the red from you. We are the only company we go on the future trade live front of everyone. And as you see, there is a red. There is a really mixed market in here. And here there is a green on the swing trading. So right now, when you are trading, you have to look at those bars movement, your levels, your fibs, and then we can be patient. Patient is number one, and aggressive is your enemy. Being aggressive in the trade is number one enemy to you. You cannot be aggressive here. You have to be more elastic and comprehend the fact in the market. So, two options: we can drag and secure some of the profit right below the support area, which is not going to give us that much. I'm not interested in that. But I'm interested if the CL, I prefer to lower my profit on this last trade, and I'm hoping the CL, if this market start trending, I wanted to drag it all the way. The system calculated 53.09. Maybe there is a double resistance here. On the double resistance, that means it is almost 100% is not going to cross it. Almost 100%. Very rare the market across double support or double resistance. Very rare. So I can ride the trade. Now, if you don't want to do all this with the signal, it's very fine. I can accept that. But at least when you are auto trading, a normal auto trade like this one here, TI7, I understand that auto trade where it's going with, and I understand where is my limitation on that trade, and I can close it right now by just close button, or I can let it be. And on that one here, most likely we're gonna try to climb at the beginning to the 53.14, and if the buyers jump on the wagon, as you see here, like what I showed you before, for the ones who don't know how to read the corner of those chart, as you see, this here, it is a 6 different time frame measuring constantly the buyers and the sellers. So the buyers over the seller, and you can read the percentage, what is over. And then you got the bulls and the bears. Everybody knows what is that. And then instead having all those junk indicators, volatility, MACD, ATR, those 10 basic indicators, we have CCI, statistics, all of them. We combine them in one signal, as you see here, all those 10 basic indicators. On the NASDAQ, we put a signal. The NASDAQ is telling me the direction is down from those 10 indicators. On the ES is telling me the market going up. There is a confliction between the NASDAQ and the ES. And this has nothing to do with the market analyzer. Those are your flying instruments, always confirming by the second what the market is doing, because you are the pilot of these instruments. That's why when your instruments are correct, you can land an aircraft at night. Otherwise, you're going to end up in the water somewhere or on top of a mountain. When at night, you rely on your instruments and you don't see anything outside. And when you are trading, you cannot see the rest of the world, what they're doing. but you are relying on your instruments, and your instruments is right in front of you, constantly updating you what's going on in the market. When the buyers over the sellers, when the sellers over the buyers, where is your fib line? Where is the direction? A new signal on the Nasdaq it just showed up. You are constantly updating yourself, and the system is updating you constantly by the second. Then you call yourself a trader. You don't just buy an auto trade and test drive it for a couple days and you put it on your live account. Go to Las Vegas, leave us alone. Go ahead, put $10,000 in Las Vegas. You either come back rich or broke and get it over with. But when you have somebody on the phone, he's a truck driver, he wanna leave driving a truck, or he works in the office. You have to earn your stripes in the market. You cannot just go in and buy a couple $1,000 auto trade and we're gonna live happily after. There is no fairy tale here. It is about money. And you have another guy in China trying to whack your account, and you have another guy in Germany, his account on the table, your account on the table, and the smarter one is going to take the other person account. When you turn on your Ninja Trader, you put in your account on the table, whether it's 2,000 or 2,000 banana, you are putting them on the table against somebody else. For every winning trade, there is a losing trade somewhere. When you make $1,000 on a CL, that means somebody else lost this 1,000. It cannot be one guy in China making 1,000 and the guy in Germany making 1,000 and you are making 1,000 because you have an auto trade. When you make 1,000, the other guy losing 1,000. When you lose 1,000, there is somebody else made your 1,000, took it from your account and put it in his account. So this is not a fairy tale place. And that is very agitated by those guys daydreaming. Is a lottery. Being in the market is not a lottery. It's a hard work. It's knowledge before the money. The knowledge. You don't have a knowledge. You have $50,000. You're gonna smoke your $50,000 in one day, but you will never earn $50,000 in one day. You can lose $50,000 in one day. So I say it the way it is, guys. Whether you like me or dislike me, we're not gonna get married anyway. But I have to say it the way it is. The commercial has misled those traders, especially naive new traders. And the guy is driving a truck and he starts daydreaming that I can make 2,000. And next week to 4,000, and the week after 16,000 and 32,000. And that guy, when he come into the trading, turn out he needs diapers. He cannot handle the risk in the market. So I'm not saying, this is not a sell talk. Actually, probably I'm running everybody away from trading. It's fine. I'm saving you money. If you're not willing to learn, and here is what freaks me out. We are on a YouTube for I don't know how many years. And we are teaching for free. We're not collecting any money. And for the guy refuse to learn about the market, I honestly, with no offense, he don't deserve to make money. He needs to stay away from this business. We're not in desperate to have him either. I don't want him, Let him go somewhere else. Give a headache to somebody. I don't have time for that. So what I'm saying, guys, for the last few years, we have given a lot of education to understand the rhythm in the market. And if you refuse to learn, trust me, you're not going to get anywhere here. I only want to auto trade. Yeah. You're going to hit the wall if you don't have the education with the auto trade. It's a matter of time. It's a speed train. And you're going to be off the track, and your 2,000 or your 5,000 is nothing in the market. I don't care what your 5,000. We have some people in Hong Kong and in Germany, they are on a daily basis 35, 40,000 euro plus minus every single day, and you want to come in with your couple $1,000 and wave and bang on the market, DAX, CLES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, because you have a couple thousand, you don't exist in the market with your 2,000 or your 5,000. You're just passing by. And if you don't learn it, you're going to be out of the game within no time. And that is reality, guys, whether you like me or not. I don't care. So try to put common sense for those guys, and try to protect your money. If you're not willing to learn, folks, leave this business alone. On this one here, we have confirmation. It is a support area at 52.98. It's a very long haul today. The market is not moving. Welcome to trading. There is nothing I can do, and I cannot move the market for you. It is really a drag to come in and sit down here watching one trade for over an hour, and it's not moving. And this is some days you're going to have that. So on this one here, there is nothing to do. We are in the right direction. There is only a couple $100 on that trade, and nothing I can do. Even on the scalpers, there is no trade. I only have one lousy trade, a $100 trade on the gold. There is no trade on the ES. I fall asleep. No trade on the CL scalping either. There is no trade. Even on the 15 seconds, there is no trade. And today is a slow day. Like any other shop or any other supermarket. It's a slow day. Welcome to trade, and nothing we can do. So, and if there is no trades on the 15 second, that means I don't have any auto trade opened. I don't have any auto trade open positions. That's all what I have open position right now. Those the only 3 I have open position. That's it. So please do not take me personal. I'm trying to wake up everyone, and please do not take me personal. There is nothing personal. I don't know who's out there. I'm just trying to save your money, and maybe now you don't like what I say because I'm waking you up from your daydreaming. But one day you're gonna thank me for it, and whether you like me or not, one day you're gonna thank me, because we cannot keep going on the YouTube rest of our life. And while we are still alive, we are teaching you, probably it's not gonna be a lot of people come out and say it the way it is. They're just gonna show you at the end of the night an auto trade made $1,000. They forgot to tell you need to control this auto trade, and you buy the auto trade and you find out you cannot make $1,000 every day, and then you find out you need diapers. You're not gonna change your cars, or you're gonna change your house because you bought an auto trade. You're gonna be very disappointed not managing the auto trade. So I'm trying to give an advice to those new traders. Wake up from your dreams, and if you're not willing to learn, leave that business alone. Close your Ninja Trader, hump in on an aircraft, go to Las Vegas. At least you get a free drink with it, and leave us alone. Let me show you. Okay, we have some traders. We have nothing but good comments from the released. We released that auto trade yesterday, and we're not getting but beautiful comments all day long. And this is one of our client is really impressed with the scalper. Thank you for all the hard work. More so, stay safe. Okay, all of them, all of them. We have one guy. Here is another guy today. This is another guy. Sam, I'm impressed with your system. This is today. And yesterday he missed the webinar. Okay. And the guy has been around. Let's see. There is nothing but good comments about that scalper. I cannot show Vito comments. He's always have wine. Okay, so there is no movement right now in the market. We're just gonna sit on the standby. There is no movement, and there is no trade, and nothing is moving actually. And I'm trying to find one trade. I cannot even find one trade. So, I'm gonna take 5 minutes a break, and we're hoping that this market gets some movement today, but there is nothing. I'll stay quiet a little bit. Thank you. because of today, the market not moving, I'll break even on it. If it works, it works. If it don't, I'll let it go. On the Russell, it just took a new signal on the Russell from the scalping. ES is not going anywhere. Nasdaq, a little money, 345. But look at this. On the Nasdaq, there is a lot of heavy resistance. You immediately spotted your limitation on that trade. This auto trade is 129.19. If we cross the 129.19, definitely you need to close the trade. On the 129.26, just trying to, we are waiting on catching a little trend. The market really not going anywhere today. Very slow day. So by breaking even, if the market is trending, the automated trade is going to expand the target. If the ES going, that's very fine. I moved the trailing stop to 52.87. For the Nasdaq, two options on the Nasdaq. It's not going to break the 129.26. I don't think so. We will see. It's not. So you have $800 in your pocket. You either cash in or leave it. Now, if we watch the gold came into the resistance line at 18461, and the target. Look how the target it jumped by itself. It's just calculating. And, well, the Nasdaq did it. It's amazing. The Nasdaq did it. So that's what we are been waiting on from this morning. Catching the trend, hit $1,000 on one entry and get it over with. And here you have a problem on the gold. 1846 is coming direct to the support one on the trailing stop. You can cash in both at 1844, or you can leave one on the major support area. And look at this. We closed one. And it stays on 1844.6. Done. Okay. Thank you. Nasdaq. You remember what I told you a couple minutes ago? I don't think so. It's going to break the 129.26 as we spoke about it a few minutes ago. That every time you see double resistance, double support, most likely the market is going to pull back from this double support, double resistance. And this is exactly where I was expecting the 129.26 on that trade. And if this market not able to hold on the support area 19, because of this today's movement in the market, there is not much going on. I will end up closing both of them. At least anything above the 500 is worth to close. And I'm not going to touch the Russell. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not going to temper it with the Russell. It's right in line. I'm going to leave it as is. CL, the system estimate on the CL, you have to exit at 53.18. And if we look at the CL, we came into 53.15. Most likely the CL from now to 12 o'clock will not be able to cross the 53.20. So this is a good evaluation to either considering closing that position on an auto trade and get it over with, secure $1,300 trade. Because if we look at this, came into this fib line 53.16, and if you are not in the trade on the CL, this is the re-entry point at 52.99. This is the re-entry point right now on the CL, 52.99, a re-entry point. But if you enter the 52.99, there is not much you're gonna go with, and let's see if this market gonna go farther down. This is your re-entry. We closed the Nasdaq. There is not much on the Nasdaq. The market is really, really mixed market. And now we have a new ES, fire the signal, sell. And this is really, really nasty market today. So we closed the Nasdaq. We are done. As we predicted, the 12,926, the highest we're going to get with the Nasdaq. And it did, exactly to the line. And now we are sinking. So on the Russell, I'm not going to touch the Russell. I'm going to leave it as is. I don't want to tamper with it. On the ES, it just fired the signal on the scalper. And I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not going to tamper with it. Most likely the ES, the system estimated you need to exit. It does it automatically. You need to exit at 37.95. Okay? And actually it's right below the support area, and this is a really risky trade. So what we do, we go ahead and break even and call it off. If this market on the ES break the 37.96, this is our final destination from now to 12 o'clock. If the market break the 37.96, so we already plan our destination on every trade. We do not just take a trade and hoping it's going to go to our direction. So the Russell was left alone. We did very well on the Nasdaq. ES broke even. And on the Russell, if we are able to break the 21.19.7, we are on $1,000 trade. If we are not able to break it, we are on $500 trade. That's how you need to look at the trading, gentlemen. So as we see on the fib lines, which without a doubt, you don't have those fibs, you're not going to make it in this business. And if we are going to able, which you can purchase the fibs separately from the full package. If we break this line, we are hitting 1,000. If we are not able to break that line, we are closing at 500. That's how you need to look at it. While the other looking and tweaking around and sitting, and that will never able to make $1,000 a day, whether they are using auto trading or manual trading. Once you have the proper education, free education, you will understand, and it does not take you a lot of work to achieve your daily target. You don't achieve your daily target by just turning auto trade. You achieve your daily target by your knowledge in conjunction with your auto trade. Then you can achieve it. Now, if you are busy and you cannot babysit your chart, you can do scalping, and you let the scalper take over, and you have a realistic daily target, $300, $400, $500, depends on your account. And once you hit your daily target, you stop trading. There is an alternative for those guys don't have time to babysit, and for the babysit their own trades. And for the guys have the time or the luxury to sit down at home, or they can look at their monitor from work. This is really a pleasure once you start understand how the market function, and you will be more fun to trade, and you are more relaxed to trade because you have the knowledge with it. So very simple, guys. On the Russell, there is no other way. You either cash in $400, and if you are an aggressive, you are allowed to be aggressive in those matters. But you're not allowed to be aggressive 24/7. No, because eventually you're going to lose. But we are allowed to get aggressive with knowledge. Now the market here, like the CL, is telling you what's going on. There is no surprise in here. It's telling you, I'm having a problem with 19.7. Cash in, or fast your seat belt and get ready for a wild ride, or we're going to exit for a lot less money. The market is telling you right here. It's not surprising, and there is no indicators in there. It's only fibs. The Autotrade is taking the trade for you. It's telling you there is a resistance line at 21.19 and 7. It is up to you to close or stay on. Cash in 500, or cash in 1,000, or cash in 250. And this is exactly what happened. So right now, when the market pulled back, came into the minor support area at 17.08, and as you see, the Russell, those trailing stops works on fibs. It is not just a dummy trailing stops. And now two options here. We close one trade. Either you're going to close the second trade with another $150 of profit, or if this market going to go up and cross the 19.7, you're going to close that trade on $500-$600. And that is the end of the story. No, there is no other option here. But either direction, you are making money on it. And the same story is on the CL. If we look at the CL, we are auto trading here, the TI7, not the signal. And we've been 1 hour on that trade, and nothing is going on. And it's the same thing, the same story. The CL is telling us there is a resistance line at 53.14. And it's been trying for the last half an hour to cross, border that to a line here. And you either cash in with $300 on one trade, or stay in and cash in $500 on that trade. There is no other third option in there. And it does not require a brilliant trader to do that. I mean, look at this Russell, whether it's an ES Russell, it's not about the amount of money. It's that we need to understand how to approach the market. If we look at the Russell, any guy has been traded for 1 year, or I can get a guy from a bodega somewhere and telling him, when you see this line and when you see this one here, that means there is a resistance. He will get it within 1 week. We don't need to be an expert traders to read the market. What we need is a little patient and listen how to read the market, and it takes us 1 second to see there is a problem at 21.19.7, and you don't need to be dragged to a room to teach you that and charge you $500 and $600 a month. It don't need a brilliant trader to understand 21197 is a problem. You have $200, either exit or stay, and if you stay longer and the market across that, you might end up with $500-$600 based on one contract. The same story on the CL. If you want to stay in, you can cash in on $300, or if you want to stay in, you might cash in on $500-$600 on that trade. It's a very simple. There is no third option in here. And the same time, the auto trade is taking those trades. You don't need to eyeball the market and try to use your trade. On the YM, is about to close the trade on the YM. I'm gonna look on the YM. It came in exactly. The auto trade took that trade. Look where it come. It came exactly to the target. I extend it manually. If you want to be aggressive, we can break even, because I don't want to exit a trade on $100 or $200. This is a couple $100 trade. I'm not going to exit on $200 trade. I will not. So I extended the target because the market is not moving. So the targets are very small right now. But I'm going to extend it. Either I'm going to grab $500-$600 out of it, or I'm going to walk away with a couple takes just to cover the broker. That's how you need to think, gentlemen. Think big. Less time and think big. One of the things is with the auto trading, if you start understand the market and start achieving $200-$300 a day from 9 to 11, as an example. Now you want to increase your profit. You don't go ahead and turn on the auto trade. Now you're used to the rhythm between 9 and 11 or 9 to 12, making $300 to $500 a day, or lose money. You cannot be winning every day. And now you understand how it works. You don't extend the life on the auto trade to work all day long to double up your profit. You don't do that. What you do, once you start getting into the rhythm, let's say you auto trade from 10 to 12, your daily target between 300 and 500, between 10 and 12, 2 hours. What you do, if you start getting comfortable with your auto trade, you start understand how the market moves. You don't extend the hours on the auto trade. What you do, if you are trading 2 contracts, now we add 1 more contract. Now we trade 3 contracts, but we stay between 10 and 12. You want to double up your profit. Instead of going on 2 contracts, you can go on 4 contracts, and you trade from 10 to 12. You stay on the same timing, and you increase your lots. You can start with a micro account, 1 or 2 contract, and start getting comfortable on $100, $200 daily target, let's say on the ES, $100 to $200 on the NASDAQ, $100 $200 on the YM. You start getting comfortable. You don't extend the hours on the trade. What you do, you are trading from 10 to 12. You add contract. Now you start 3 micro account ES, 3 micro accounts YM, 3 micro accounts NASDAQ. You do not put all your eggs in one basket. Hedging the market in the future is very brilliant. In other words, like today, the ES is not moving, and it's better to have 3 horses in the race than to have 1 horse, making a bet on 1 horse. So I can go on a micro account, 2 contracts on the ES, 2 contracts YM, 2 contracts NASDAQ. If the ES dies on me, if I have 1 horse die on me, I still have 2 horses running. But you don't, if you have money, you don't put 4 and 8 contracts on an ES and make all your bet on one horse. You don't do that. Try to spread out your trade. If today the Nasdaq, like today on the scalper, the ES didn't make money. The Nasdaq nailed on one trade 1,000. The YM made $300-400. So this is the smart way to do it, is to spread out your contracts. And there is nothing wrong with a micro account, whether you have $50,000 or $5,000. There is nothing wrong to start with a micro account to learn the market movement, and then you can upgrade yourself and use the real money in the trade. And once you start having knowledge about the market and about the auto trade, whether it is from us or somebody else, you have to understand that auto trade, how it functions under stress, not under a Renko bar and a line break and whatever that is. You know, what is tomorrow? What you gonna use tomorrow? 250 ticks chart, 150 ticks chart, a range bar, a Renko bar, line break. What is this? You have to have a time frame. You cannot just flip the coin in the morning and say, should I use a Renko bar or a line break or no. So that's why you need to stay on the minutes. Sadly, 90% of the auto trades, they do not work on minutes because the algorithm is bad in them. So they refuse to different time frame. But they try to stay on minutes, whatever auto trade you have. And if you cannot get the profit on the minutes, get rid of it. It's wasting time, which most of them, they will not work on minutes. As we see here on the CL, look at this, is 1134, and we said an hour ago, this is your target on the double resistance from now to 12 o'clock, and this is exactly what happened. Now on the Russell, it's the same story, whether it's an ES, NASDAQ, or Dow Jones, or Russell. The Russell for the last 10 minutes is telling you the same story, and is going back, it did go back to the major fib line and bounce back, and now is trying to climb the 21197. We know what is the problem with the Russell. You have a couple $100, take it or leave it. So the market is not hard, folks, and it's not, and don't be scared to learn it. Don't be scared to learn it, because it's very easy. You simplify the trade and keep your eye on the fibs and on the buyers over the sellers, like what we have here on the screen. When it blinks, it's telling you there is some people actually not putting an order like some people do, because those orders can be canceled seconds, milliseconds before. So if we see an order with 1,000 contract on the CL can be dismissed millisecond before, just this guy trying to buy some timing. But when you see it is blinking, that means there is an actually purchase has happened on the CL. That's a different. It's not up in the air, it is the actual. So when we see the charts blinking, it's not just blinking for nothing. That means there is an actually buyers, and we can measure the buyers over the sellers, and we can measure the bulls and the bears, and we can see if this market start gaining momentum and we are going in the right direction. The Russell is still in the same story, still flirting with that area. And now we are getting closer to the 12 o'clock. It's a lunchtime. And as we see today, the market didn't do that much. And welcome to trading. We cannot move the market for you. We are on the same trade for a very long time. And I don't like a long time on a trade. So what you do, I want to shut down everything, close position. It takes 1 millisecond to push the button, close position, and I close position, protect whatever we make, because now it's 11:38 and I don't want to sit down, see milk and trade here. So it is over for that CL trade. And it's 11:38. Now the time start going against you, the time in the market. Always keep your eye on the market. Don't ignore the 12 o'clock. At the 12 o'clock, this is one session. At 12:30, 1 o'clock, that's a different session. So do not underestimate the clock. And the closer you get to the 12 o'clock, the more it is time to start grab whatever you have on the table, whether it's a losing trade or a winning trade, and close everything. So we still have the signal, and we still have the Russell. There is no other trades open. I don't know if I need to share this with you. We've been on the same trade with the DAX, and but if you don't have the proper money for the DAX, don't trade the DAX. The Russell is done. The CL is done. And we don't have any opening position anywhere. It was a very slow day, folks. Very hard day. And I'm very sure there is a lot of trader out there today, especially amateur traders are auto trading. I'm very sure they lost money, or they are manual trading because they didn't understand what's going on. And the majority today, the guys are educated. They made some decent money today. And those amateur traders, they're lost royally today. The market is not moving. And the auto trades, they only function when the market moves. When you cannot find any trade manually, none of the auto trade works. So for the guy know how to trade manually, and he cannot find any trades, he knows there is no auto trade is going to do well. Because if you cannot find a manual trade anywhere, you don't find any entries. That means there is no auto trade is going to function right today. And on days like this, you have to be very careful how to approach the market. You have to be careful every day. Doesn't matter if you make $100 or $1,000. As long as we survive without going into the red. This is the key to the market. It's not I wanna make 2,000 a day. No, it's not what you want. It's what the market willing to give. We have no inventory. We have nothing. We cannot do anything with this market. It's not what we want. It's what this market willing to give us, which you hear a lot. I'm not asking too much, Sam. 2,000 a week. Next week 4,000. The week after 8,000, the week after 16,000, 32,000, 64,000. So the guy, he's already have his wishes. But sadly, we don't have Santa Claus here. So what the market is willing to give us, this is how it is. The market, this is what is willing to give us today. If you buy 1 kilo potato for $10 and the price don't move, if my wish is to sell the potato for $20 today, and the price is still $10. So if I want to wish to sell the potato, buy it for $10 and sell it for $20, and the price stays on $10, you're not going to make anything. You're going to walk away with banana. So if the ES is not moving today, whether you are auto trading or manual trading, if there is no ticks to generate, your wishes is not going to go through. And if you don't have a knowledge, you will never get your wishes through. So we're going to stay milk it till 12 o'clock. And we still have that trade on the Russell. And the only thing is moving a bit is the gold. And break even is a very dangerous time right now. I'm not interested in it. And most likely the Russell is going to close. And the gold, on the scalper, the gold is amazing. Is for some reason, the gold on the 15-second signal doesn't matter where the money coming from, but it is amazing on the gold. It is actually one of the best instruments to trade the scalper is the gold. It is amazing. It goes hand in hand with this auto trade. I have no idea, but it goes hand in hand with it. So don't underestimate the gold on the scalper 15-second. And we have the DAX. The CL is closed, and there is nothing left on the CL for today. And we're about to exit on the gold. Folks, we're going to call it off for today. There is not much to do. And I want to say thank you very much. And please do not take me personal. I'm trying to put it for those people out there to protect their money. I'm trying to protect your money. I'm not against you. Don't get your feeling hurt. There is nothing to get your feeling hurt with. I'm not trying to kill your dreams. I'm trying to save. Because most of you have this money coming from hard work. And I'm trying to save you your money, protect you from your own self, and trying to wake you up to reality of trading. And please don't hold it against me. I don't. But this is me about trading. I don't play, and I say it the way it is. On the personal level, if we are sitting in a bodega somewhere having a glass of beer, we can joke as much as you want. I'm a very fun guy to be with. But when you're talking about trading, money, livelihood, I'm very strict about it, and I don't let it pass by. Whether when somebody talking to me on the phone or with the trading, I don't joke. There is no joke in here when somebody, God knows how he saved his $5,000 and be taken by the commercial for somebody you never hear from, or I don't know where he popped out from. What this guy figured out, what millions of people has not figured out for the last 50 years. Really? So I'm trying to wake up those small traders from their daily dream and trying to pick on you to protect your money. And don't go just put your money on a live trade and you don't know what you're doing. And maybe one day you will thank me for it. Maybe now you take me, I'm against you. I'm not against you. We still we are in the tool business, and we also in the sale business. But I'm not gonna go ahead and market and sell and let you come in to the trading, and you're not aware of the risk. And it's not all honey. And it is very clear. I wanna, for those new guys, I wanna emphasize with that. And what you see on the commercial is all honey and green. It's not true. Even if I build enemies, to say it this way, which I have built a lot, with a pleasure, and I don't care. I can put them behind my back. I don't care. And we have saved a lot of people. And there is some people called me, and I advise them to stay away from the trades. And I'll tell them move on. So for those guys, please, before you put money with your broker, invest money on any tools you find out there. Before you use your real money, NinjaTrader have a demo account, or you can use Kinetic on data feed. Train yourself day and night, weekend, replay. Train yourself day and night before you invest $1 in the live market. Take my advice. In 2021, you cannot anymore manual trade. You cannot. If you don't have 20 years experience, you cannot trade manual trades anymore. It's over. Auto trade by itself will never work for you because you don't know the market. Learn the market, auto trade, manage auto trades. You will have a silver bullet. And the option is right there. NinjaTrader. I have nothing to do with NinjaTrader. They're not my cousins. And NinjaTrader, they allow you to go on a demo account. Paper money. Stay day and night on paper money. And on the last 13 years, our experience, we see people hardly know how to activate live trade. They don't know NinjaTrader, and the only thing they wanted to do, go live. And they don't even know when they are live or they have an open position. The only thing that my message is, don't go live, use a real money until you have both feet on the ground, whether it's using that system or somebody else's system, doesn't matter. This is an educational room. It's not a trading room. This is a place for the guy, put him on the ground with both of his feet. This is not a marketing talk. So I strongly advise, for this guy worked hard to save a couple $1,000 or $5,000, and this money is a pressure to you. Do as much training. Don't think about activate your live account. You can go on Kinetic, get you $50 data feed, learn NinjaTrader, trade day and night, learn the market, make a journey every day. You're allowed 3 trades in the morning. The first week will be disaster. The second week, you start breaking even. Once you start feeling you have both feet on the ground, activate your trade. Activate your live account. So what I'm trying to say, activate your live money with educational matter, an educated guy. Don't be naive and turn on live account and you have no clue what happened. Let me show you something, gentlemen. Here is the auto trade. You go back to the few minutes ago. I override the auto trade and closed it right at the high. Okay, look what happened to the CL, sink in. So the trick here, gentlemen, is to understand how to maximize your profit even when you are auto trading. You cannot just blindly auto trade. And the same way, if I teach you where is the autopilot on an airplane, does not mean you qualify to fly. So, because this is the question, why is your auto trade? What's wrong with you? There is nothing wrong. It's what's wrong with you. Because you have to be educated how to maximize your profit on any kind of auto trade and how to protect your profit and not to dive into pile of mud in the afternoon and lose all your profit. And some of the respond we have, oh, you mean I'm not allowed to trade all day long? How about at night, Sam? It's like, oh, just only from 9 to 12? But I want to trade all day long. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Jump out of a window. What can I do for you? I'm not your mother. You will not, on any system God put on this earth, trade 24/7 in the trading high-risk market, whether you are Forex trader or future trader, and earn money. Does not exist. Only in the fairy tale stories for little kids in a Bernahau, in a kindergarten. There is no system exists for you to trade 24/7. Not unless if you hire a bunch of IT people in the other room, adjust in your auto trade. You can hire 24 guys, adjust in the auto trades for you constantly to adapt to the market. Maybe you will have a chance. But you will not be able to come and bang on the market because you have an ATR auto trade. Trust me. This is my experience, guys. Hate me, love me, dislike me, is your life. It's not my life. And I pick on you, yes, sir. I pick on you for your own safety. I want to say thank you very much. God bless you all. And tomorrow we dedicate our time to be one-on-one with our customers. Some needed help. We help on Wednesday. That's why we don't come on YouTube. What we do on Wednesday, we for a new customer is allowed 2 times, 1 hour, one-on-one on Wednesdays. Because we want to make sure this guy is not going to, behind my back, go 24/7. So what we do on Wednesday, I go around for the new clients. They are allowed a couple hours, 2 Wednesdays, and I go around one-on-one with the new customers, making sure this guy is not going to freak out on me and start going banana with all the trades, As an example, I told the guy, go micro account, and then he turned on everything in the market on a micro account. He turned the ES micro account on a signal swing trading. He turned on the scalper ES. He turned on the TI7 ES, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, everything, every single auto trade he has, he turned it on micro account. And I said, what did you do? He said, you said to use micro account. I said, use micro account, but I didn't tell you you got a buffet table. You turn out one account on an ES swing trading and an ES scalper and an ES under one account. So I always wanted on Wednesday to make sure this guy is not going to freak me out with some ideas he got. So I want to make sure this guy, when he goes live, he goes educated. And when I try to evaluate a trader, I'll tell him if he wants to go live, I'll say wait another week or 2. Don't seems like you know what you're doing. So this is why we do not, because we have some guys sending us an email, why you don't come on Wednesday. It is more important for me, my customers, than the public. It is more important. We learned those last 13 years. It's not just quantity sell. It is making sure that trader is using my system is not gonna go ahead and freak out on me and start going all over the places. So we want to make sure this guy go into the water safely. And this is priority for me before marketing. So on Wednesday, the reason we do not come on Wednesday, because it is a priority for this new customer, making sure he is safe in the water and not freaking out on me and turn on every single auto trade on every single market. And on Monday, we only have, no one is allowed except members, because on Mondays, we use the technical side. We open the auto trade and we use the technical side. So guests don't have the system, is useless to be with us on Monday, because if we want to teach how to Autotrade, the CL, and he don't have the system, it's useless to be with us on Monday. So Monday it is for the members only, and we will not allow strangers come in. Tuesday it is on a YouTube. Wednesday it is for those new clients needs help. We have some people don't know NinjaTrader. So Wednesday it is 1 hour with this new customer to make sure he's not going to do anything wrong. We want to make sure that he will go into the water safely. Thursday we go on a YouTube. Friday we go on a YouTube. So we are with our clients all week, Monday to Friday, but our priority Monday and Wednesday to our members. And not because we are hiding on Wednesday, because we have a guy, why you don't come on Wednesday? Why? I mean, because our priority is not the public, the one is sitting out there. Our priority is the guy who spend money and he want to learn, and he become a member. He has more priority than the public. So this is how we look at it, and this is how our schedule work. So I want to say thank you very much for today, and tomorrow it is for the new client, 1 hour, and we will see you on YouTube on Thursday. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Bye for now, and see you on Thursday.